Okay, so what we're gonna work on today is basically working the counter with the leg check. Okay, so a lot of times when we do the leg checks, we'll either follow up with something, but today I wanna work on your countering as you're doing a leg check. Okay, so we're gonna work on different ways. So there's different ways of working it. So if you're by yourself, I'm gonna give you 3 ways of practicing, okay? So if you're by yourself here, you have no one here, the best thing to do is we're going to work on technique, proper form, okay? So if we have a mirror, we're going to work with the leg check with the left leg first, okay? So you all know the basic leg check. You're picking the leg up, you're pointing the knee out at an angle, toes pointing down, okay? So we're going to work on that. As we're doing that, we're going to shoot a jab, a stiff jab. So we need to shoot our hips back. So as I'm picking my leg up, I'm shooting my hips back as I'm shooting out, okay? So when we're working on this, we're working on technique, we're working on form, so we keep those good habits, because that's what we need to do. So we gotta drill those good habits in, okay? So my hand's gonna stay up here. It's not gonna go out as I'm throwing. I keep it in nice and tight as I'm shooting, okay? So one thing we need to work on is also keeping our weight forward. If I go back like this, if they're kicking, they can still knock me back. So I need to keep my weight forward as I'm shooting. So I'm going forward, okay? So this is how you pretty much practice. So once you get comfortable, you're working around, staying nice and loose, then shoot, okay? Move around, nice, relax, shoot, okay? So this is one way of doing it when you're by yourself, okay? If you're lucky enough to have a bag, then you can practice trying to hit that jab. Now when you do this, you want to try to keep at a distance because you want to be able to practice reaching. You want to be able to reach so it helps you drill your hips back. If I'm right here, I'm not going to be moving my hips back so much and I'm going to get knocked back. So you want to get that practice of going forward as you're going. So you're reaching forward, okay? So this is another way of doing it. Now the best way, of course, is with a partner, okay? So I want you to go ahead and pair up. Okay, so doing this, when you have a partner, we're going to use this line, let's say, okay? So the line's going to be right in between you guys, okay? So one person's going to throw a round kick to the leg. The other one's going to try to catch. Now, let me take your spot for a second. So if I'm throwing the kick, if my body passes this line, I pretty much took over, all right? It's going to be hard for him to counter, to do anything. I pretty much took him out, okay? So he has to catch me before I pass that line. So once I start moving, he's shooting, okay? So you're gonna do that leg check and that jab. Leg check and that jab, just like what we were doing a second ago. Just like what we were doing on the, yeah. There you go, that's it. So he's kind of jabbing me. Before I can even get my leg up, he's shooting me back. So now he's pushing me backwards, okay? So once he's got me backwards, then he can counter up with something else. He can do the leg check, come down, leg check, come around this way. You can mix it up, okay? But for right now, we're gonna work on that timing. This is what I want you guys to work on. So one person's gonna take, one person's gonna throw, the other one's gonna try to catch and catch. And you wanna try to catch them right in the chest. That's where you want, so that way you can get a good push, okay? Because the head, they can slip off and you can go off balance. So if you hit them in the chest, it's a lot easier. Okay? Give and take.
Especially yours, it's like a wall. You miss that.
So do you want to kick or do you want me to?
Start off slow and then pick it up.
Sensei Cody, what were the other 2? You said 3 different ways?
So basically the 3 different ways, after we do the jab, we can either come with a round kick to the side, with that way, or we can switch it up with this way. So depending upon what you want to do, once you get comfortable with either of those, then we can start working up to the head with those kicks too. But for right now, we'll keep it at low. Once you get comfortable with the timing, and then go. Of course, you can always come with the hands also. You know, so those are 3 different variations that you could do after the leg check jab.
Perfect. Thank you.